Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about living a positive life. If you were someone that struggles with negative energy, if you struggle with trauma, with pain from a painful life, this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how to get in that positive energy so that you can start expanding and enjoying the life that you deserve. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us get on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we're breathing in, you can say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So one of the biggest things I've discovered lately is that no matter what it is that you want to experience, no matter what it is that you want to expand in, the process is the same. You are an observer and a creator of your experience. What you observe, you create more of. So if you've gone through trauma, if you've gone through pain, something that hits you hard, something that just stays within you, it's easy to understand why you feel that energy going on. Because it's in your mind. You remember it. You remember the situation that happened. It stays within you. You've been conditioned possibly to think a certain way. Whether it's the people around you, your parents, the school, your friends, all of it has influenced the ideas and thoughts that go in your mind. So if you want to change something, it's truly as simple as changing the thoughts in your mind. Everything is existing at once. Think about this. When you go to a movie with a group of people, you all watch the same movie, but your takeaways, your favorite parts, the things that you remember, a lot of times are based on the perspective that you're in when you go and watch the movie. If something bad happens to you, if you get some terrible news right before you go watch a comedy, it might be hard to enjoy the comedy. It may be hard to laugh because what you just heard or learned is in your mind as you're having that movie experience. And on the flip side, if you just got some amazing news before you went and watched a movie, you just found out you got the job of a lifetime, or a promotion, or that whatever positive news that you could possibly desire, if you got that news right before you watched the movie, that movie would be more enjoyable than you've probably seen a movie before, because your energy would be high. Your perspective is high because you have the frequency of what it is that you wanted to receive that was uplifting to you within you. It doesn't have to be something external, though, to put that energy in your mind. You can do it. We are all experiencing this world, but we're experiencing it differently because everything exists at once. The good, the bad, the ugly, the hurt, the pain, the love, the trauma, it's all here. What do you want to perceive? Because you will perceive and receive based on the frequency that you're in. So if you want to level up, the process is simple. Control your thoughts. Put positive thoughts in your mind. The easiest thoughts to start with are I am statements. I am love and I live in love and light is a powerful statement. If you continually put that in your mind, anytime something happens, you'll remind yourself who you are. I am love and I live in love and light. And so you have to make decisions and actions that are in alignment with that. If you don't, you will feel being off. You will know that you're not making the right decision when you truly think in that way. It doesn't have to be something external that uplifts you. If you are only up and feel good because of external things, you are in your reflective state, and you are so much more powerful than being a reflector. That is not who you are. You are a creator. You are a powerful creator that creates by observing. So put love in your mind. Put joy in your mind. Put abundance in your mind. Because what you fill your mind with, you will experience. It may not be immediately. It may not be next week. It may not be next year. It depends how long it takes you to truly consume yourself with these thoughts to where you actually believe that they're your reality. If you put the thought in your mind, but then subconsciously disagree with it, or always find reasons why it's not true or why it actually can't be done, you just go through the process, it's not going to work. You have to commit to this energy, and you receive once you become. Once you start seeing little things that are indicators of it, show it love. If you pick something like I'm a millionaire and I receive millions of dollars a year, and then you start saying that in your mind over and over, and then you find $1 on the ground, somebody offers to pay for lunch, whatever it is, you have to show that little thing gratitude in alignment with the big vision in your mind, because the wins stack up. Think about it this way. If there was somebody that followed you around, that was around you, maybe it's a friend, a family member, and anytime something happened, they pointed out the negative in it. You get a raise at work and they say, well, most people probably get 5% and you only got 3%. You're going to a movie, the original's probably better. This one's not going to be as funny. You're having dinner. It was good, but honestly, this is too expensive. They always point out the negative of the situation. How do you think you're going to feel with that person? How much will you enjoy being with that person? You probably won't. So why would you let your mind do that to you? Why would you let your thoughts do that to you? Now, on the flip side, imagine if you're around this person that when you get that 3% raise, they celebrate that. That's so awesome. You deserve that. You worked so hard. You were on your way to receiving more. I knew you would get that. I'm sure even more is to come. You go to dinner. Wow, this is really good food. I love eating here. Gosh, they'd spend so much time cooking this, and it's just so nice when someone brings you the warm food and you get to eat it and you enjoy it. I'm so thankful for being here. You go through something bad. You know what? I'm sorry to hear that happened, but if anybody can handle it, it's you. And I'm glad that I get to be here to support you through it, because you're going to show me how to handle this with power and grace. And I'm here for that. You see, that person you would love to be around. So why wouldn't you create that person in your mind and let that person train your thoughts? You can put any thought in your mind. Over time, those thoughts, those frequencies will override the old patterns. So if you want to get out of the situation you're in, it's not about changing the situation, it's about changing you. When you change you, you'll see different paths. When you see different paths, you can go down them. You'll see different opportunities. The law of attraction is always working. It doesn't just work when you discover it. It doesn't just work when you want it to. It's always working. So you are attracting things that are attracted to you. So if you want to change the things that are coming to you, the opportunities, the possibilities, the paths, the people, change yourself. The world is not as it is as you are. So let's level up so we can make this world a better place and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you some positive motivation that you can apply to your life right now. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. You could also follow me on social media. There's my Instagram, TikTok, and the Facebook group all down below. And if you are looking to level up, if you're listening to this podcast and you are thinking, I want to apply these things to my life now, reach out to me. This is what I do as a coach. If you want to get your mind right, if you want to level up your perspective and you want to change your situation, change your opportunities, let's do it. Let's connect. There's a link down below where you can request some information and I will personally reach out to you, or you can message me on Instagram or Facebook, whatever works best for you. And we can talk about a plan that should be perfect for you. And if you're just looking for more content, if you enjoyed this podcast, but you want something more, check out Unlock Your Abundance. It's my other podcast. It's a new one, but it's all about growing your money frequency. If you want to tap into wealth, if you want to tap into abundance, that's your podcast. It's the same setup as this, where you get your mind right, you get your perspective right, and then you can apply it to your life. There's a link down below for that. New episodes out every single weekday. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.